Okay, and thanks for joining me guys in this exclusive offer. We're going to go over how to promote your affiliate links in any language once you have a list. So you don't have to be bilingual to promote. So a lot of marketers are venturing into the Spanish niche. So the Spanish niche is really profitable. So this what we're going to be doing will be beneficial, and we're going to be using Spanish for all this training. So for the beginners that are just starting out, and if you don't have a list, you need to complete myspeechmarketing.com, where we go through actually creating our landing page. And then once you've created that and you've sent some traffic to it and you've got some subscribers, because we go over all that, setting that up, and then once you've actually got a few people on your list, then we can start promoting different affiliate links to them. So you need to have one of two things. You need to have a list already, or complete myspeechmarketing.com and get that running and get a few subscribers before we can move on to this. So with that should be it. And alright, so we're going to do this training in JVZoo because JVZoo is like the most popular digital marketing place, and they cover a lot of different niches. You have Warriors Plus, Zaxa, ClickBank, Commission Junction, PureFly. I mean, there's literally thousands of them depending on your strategies, depending on what you're trying to do. Zaxa, I don't know if I mentioned that one. Also, you can do a Google search for your particular niche, and then just like products, affiliate programs. And another thing you can do, like if you're on a website of something that you want to promote, scroll down to the very bottom, and 99% of the time there's a way there at the very bottom in the page, like below the footer or in the footer somewhere there, where you can have, it will show you the steps to take to get signed up to start promoting that. So there's literally thousands of things that you can promote. So we're going to assume that you've created your JVZoo account and connected it. You have to have some personal information, your financial, like a PayPal, stuff like that, to set up one of these. But it's really simple, and it's not very hard at all. And this is really an easy platform to work with because they make everything so they integrate it with several different autoresponders, so you can, even though like before you used to have to create a separate page like we created in myspeechmarketing.com to get those subscribers on your list, but now it's all done through through default in JVZoo, and assuming that you have one of those autoresponders. So if you don't, I mean, I got a link in the description for GetResponse, but it doesn't just work for GetResponse. There's a couple more too that it connects to. So you just have to look and see when we get to that step. So okay, so you've created your account and you're in your dashboard, and you'll come to these tools, my account, my library, product library, sellers, affiliates, and then overview. So you'll click on this little drop down arrow over affiliates, and you'll scroll down to find products. And when you click on that, you'll be directed to this same page, and you see this pop up here. We'll talk about this in a minute. Remember this here pop-up, guys, because I wanted to talk to you about something in here. Okay, so you can search by category, subcategory, products, keywords. So you can put in, the name of the product, or the vendor, or something like that, and it would pull up the vendor and stuff. So you can do it by rows, I think a 250, so it would show 250 products or offers. So assuming you want to promote this, okay, we're just going to use this as an example. you would click on that request and it would bring you to this. And what I wanted to show you to remember that about that pop-up that came up, that about 4 years ago I started promoting a bunch of stuff. You know, I was just real eager and excited to be to get going, and I grabbed anybody that would approve me. I was just promoting. It didn't even have to be related to anything. It was just promote, promote, promote. So, and what I was doing was I would send traffic to it. Now, it wasn't paid traffic, but it was hard work in creating, to get this traffic to these links. So I was sending a lot of traffic to these links, and the sales page right here, you have this option to see the sales page. So when I went and requested permission and set it up, I looked at the sales page and it didn't have the popover. So that thing that popped over, like that we just saw on the previous page, when I refreshed it and that came down, that drop down page, well, sometimes like they'll try to look for new marketers to grow their list for them. So like for instance, by default, this vendor, if you purchase, you're going to get on their link. So your subscribers buy this product, they automatically through JVZoo go on his list because he integrated his autoresponder inside of this, so they automatically just go to his campaign. Now I'm assuming he did that. Most smart marketers do that, but so he would go through that. But what they were doing is you would go to the sales page, and not even literally 2 seconds into it, you wouldn't even get to read the headline, and this page would pop up and say, hey, get this free thing, and it would be something that's like really, I don't know, related to the sales page or whatever. Or it didn't even have to be. It was just saying, hey, get this free thing and give me your email address. Well, that was, in my opinion, that's sort of like, okay, my page is not converting. My sales page is not doing well. So what can I do? Okay, so I'm going to put this and take this pop-up, opt-in page, and they put it over the sales page. So I'm just saying my experience. So just do your due diligence when you look for vendors and stuff, and regularly check your links. Like if you're sending, especially if you're going to send paid traffic, you need to check them like every week. Make sure that the sales page is still, still the sales page. Now I know people put a lot of, different stuff on their pages down at the bottom, at the top, to try to, like an exit pop and all that. But that's not what this was. This was, you went to the sales page, and 2 seconds later, this landing page popped up that said, hey, get this free thing and give me your email address. So they wouldn't even, the page wasn't working, the sales copy wasn't working or whatever, and they decided to put that over it. So basically what they were doing was, you're sending your subscribers to them, and they're getting on that, if they get that free thing, they're getting on their list so they can market to them without having to buy the product. So basically, I feel that it was like taking my subscribers, because without me getting anything. And that's not everybody. You'll run into that very rarely. 99% of the marketers are, there's a lot of honest marketers that do it just the right way, that, how it's meant to be done. So I'm not saying you'll run into that, but I'm just saying be aware and check, what's promoting. Okay, so once you have done that, I'm sorry to go on and on about that, but I just came in, guys, from a run, and the power went out. It's back on now, but it was crazy here for a little while, and so anyway. So you would come here and you would ask to
to promote this. So you would say something like, hey, I have a list of 50 subscribers that I think would love this. I don't mind being put on delayed commission, you know, and leave them. Feel free to contact me if you like, and you can leave an email address. Now, you don't have to, but because JVZoo, you know, they'll reply to you inside of JVZoo. They won't necessarily reply to you through an email, but it's always good to have that there just in case. So anyway, once you send them your little message asking for approval, you click that to note, and then you hit this here to request approval. And then, well, let's go here first. Another place to look for places to find affiliate links is inside of Facebook. So based on your niche, just search the topic. If it's dog niche, if it's, you know, whatever, health. This particular product that I chose was PLR Producers Group. This is one of the groups that I belong to, and they're always putting products. These are in pre-launch, most of these, and I found this one yesterday, and I thought it would be really good for my list. Now, my list is not health or well, this is not health, self-help, I believe. Yeah, my list is not this, but I can approach them on the PLR side and try to market that, you know, with that angle to my list. So I chose this product inside of a Facebook group. You can do the same. You can just join these groups that have different launches, or you can go to other things that I mentioned. I forgot to tell you about Munch Eye, and there's JV Share. There's like 100 different places. So find your product, then request approval. And so this one, I requested approval. I came here and I clicked on this link, and it took me to this pre-launch page. Gosh, I really ran a lot this morning, so I'm sorry. So guys, you come to this page here, and this is a pre-launch. Now, they've got promotional tools, they've got bonuses, and they can go over the prizes. Now, the bonus page, it's available for you to actually upload to your hosting if you'd like, or, you know, but I'm not going to use all that. If I wanted to put bonuses in my stuff, I would create my own and give those to my list. So, also, okay, so let me explain to you. I would come here and I would enter my information in here, and they would either approve me, I won't hear nothing from them, or they will deny me. So those are the three things. So you need to just build up some thick skin and just be prepared to not hear from some of these guys, and just, you know, continue on, because, you know, there's some people that are just not going to answer. That's just how the game is. So assuming you get answered and they approve you, well, you'll receive an email. Oh, and let me another thing. Join some of these groups that are, and if you find a product that is in pre-launch, they're more likely to approve you, because they're trying. That's what they're trying to do, gain affiliates, you know. So that's what you need to look for, like pre-launch phase. Whew, gosh, I'm out of breath. All right, where were we? Okay, so we're on the sales page, and then you'd get an email, if I can find my email, saying that you're approved. So you can go here and get your link. So you click on that, and that will take you to JVZoo. Okay. So now we're in JVZoo, and this product's in pre-launch, so it doesn't, we can't see the sales page, but we can get our link. So we're going to grab our link. Okay, so one of the reasons that we mask our link is because, like, if we're sharing our link in Facebook, they don't really like JV links. A lot of places just don't like those type of links. And it's always good to have a place. So now if you guys are using Google Analytics, or you can track your links inside of your autoresponder. So there's many different ways that you can track your links and make sure, you can see how many people are opening it, how many clicks you're getting. So any one of these is good. Bitly, like I said, link supercharger, and then you can, if you're using Google and you're using Google Analytics, that's even great too. So but like I said, this is just my preference. If you want to put a raw link inside of your email, I see a lot of people doing it, and then they just track it inside of their autoresponder. Okay, so we got our link and we got it. So now we're going to work on coming here to our, let's see, we're going to look at our page, and we're going to look at the tools that they provide for us. Now they should, I've already looked at it, and they come with, this is a bunch of tools here that we can use. They have the launch, pre-launch, the PLR angle, the make money online angle, the scarcity angle, and then a reminder. So seeing that this is in pre-launch, we're going to go and use these pre-launch swipes here. Now, if you were promoting this in English, you could use these images and stuff like that. You can take an image and add it to your swipe. But since we're going to be promoting this in a different language, we're going to have to go and create our own image. Now, this is totally optional. You don't have to put an image in your messages. I know a lot of marketers that just put text to the point, but my preference is just creating an image. It's just a little better for people. So let's go ahead and get our swipe first. So I'm going to use brand new mind-blowing health PLR. See, I don't want to put that health word in there because my list is make money online. How to overcome your worst nightmare. I can do this here. Grab that, copy that, and then we're going to go to Grammarly, and that's going to be my headline. And let's look at the body. Now you have one swipe, I believe. I believe this is one swipe where they have 3 times to enter their link. And I don't really like to do that. Well, no, basically this is not. I think this is 3 different swipes, yeah. So these are 3 different swipes here. Click here for more details, and then click here to check this out. Okay, so you could use this, edit it ever how you want. But for this training, we're just going to grab this first one here, because I really only like to use, put one link in my emails. I don't like to bombard them with, I mean, you can put 2, 2 or 3. Okay, so then we come to Grammarly, and we check and make sure everything is structured right and spelled right. So after we do that, then we'll grab it. We'll grab the body and copy that and come over to Google Translate. And we'll paste that in there and let that work. Okay, so once we have our Spanish, that's the language that I'm going to work with, because that's the most popular second language in America. And then once we have it there, I always like to, now this is another personal preference, I always like to capitalize my first letters of each word. So I come to this text formatter, and you can use any one of these. There's paid ones and there's free ones.
And I just capitalize the first letter of each word that I am using. It's just something that I like to do. So I'll cut that and exit out of there, and then once I have that, then I'll come to my swipe or my autoresponder, and I will create newsletter or message, or you can even create an autoresponder. Now, I've already created a campaign for this, Killing Depression. It's real simple. If you go to myspeechmarketing.com, it explains how you can create a campaign. And you know, I've created this, and also what I've did is I've connected it inside of JVZoo, and you'll do that when you go to, let me show you something. When you go to when you get your link, you can also go down and integrate your autoresponder into, hang on, into their JVZoo system. So when you make a sale, they automatically go on your list instead of waiting and all that. You'll automatically know. See, so I've integrated it in right here, and you can integrate Sendland, and it's got a couple more too. You just have to look at it when you have that option to integrate your autoresponder in there. Okay, so I've done that, and that is real simple. So if you'd want to do it, you just go up here and go on to integrations inside of your autoresponder, and then APIs, and click on that, and then it'll get you yours. You copy it and bring it back and paste it into JVZoo. So that's something you can do also. So we're going to create a newsletter. And then, if you were going to do it that way, you would have this campaign, and you just create your autoresponder and like that, just space the days out. But we're going to do it this way. So now we're coming back to, we have our body. Now we need to grab our headline and translate that into Spanish, because that's what's going on our email. So we're going to come back over here to Google Translate and paste our headline in. And then we're going to copy that, and I always like to capitalize my first letter of my words. We're going to cut, and then we're going to come back to our autoresponder and paste in the message. Now this is for your personal use. Your subscribers won't see it, so you can customize it. Put their first name. You can put their first and last, or I wouldn't recommend anything other than their first name. If you wanted to do that, and then you can, if you're using Google, you can come through and you can put Google Analytics if you're using if you know how to use that. But otherwise, you can just track it in here. So then you continue on to the next step. And once we get here, I always like to use a blank, start from scratch with just one image. Okay, so now that we've got our template, we're going to work on our image. So, well, let me paste in our headline, and then once we do this, we're going to work on our image. So, and I'm going to make the image inside of Canva. Now, like I said, if we were going to be promoting this in English, we can just come over to the sales page, do a right click, save image as, and then it would save to our desktop, and then you can save it to whatever. But since we're going to be using Spanish, we have to create an image. So let's pull out our trusty speech editor or voice note. Depression
sad girl. I don't know at all. Yeah, we'll try. I'm gonna search in Canva for sad girl um, or depression. Oh wait, create a design. We're gonna do a logo. Now you can, Canva is free and it's paid, so you can try it out, you know, and if you want to upgrade, you can. So it is free and then it is paid. So here's one of the times we have to hit the enter key. Okay, so see, sad girl, I guess I can use, now some of these are as little as $1 if you want, you know, if you want to use any of these. So you would just search, and I'm going to go up here and grab a free one, guys. I'm going to grab this. Well, I guess I can use this one here. She kind of looks sad already in the back, so I will just use this one. Okay, so that's the one that's right here. It's also free. So I'm going to come back to Grammarly. Well, since I've already have my headline translated in Google Translate, and I've already capitalized all the first letters, we're going to go ahead and paste it into Canva. So I'm going to come over here and grab a text or a heading, and I'm going to place that right here, and I'm going to paste in my oh yeah, well sorry guys, let me go grab this again from my text editor. Come back and do that. Okay, so now once we have that in place, we can play around with this and take as much time as you like to make it pretty. Now I just like to make it simple, so I'm changing that something simple, because again, we're just using this for our email. If you were going to do a Facebook ad or something, you could make it as pretty as you like. So I will bold this if it lets me, and I'll change the color to jet black. Okay, so and then now I'm going to come over to my email or Grammarly, wherever your choice, and I'm going to grab a little bit of this body. So in other words, they know what it takes to create, well, not that. Yeah, how to overcome your worst nightmare. Have you ever bought PLR and struggled? I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to come over to my translation tool, and I'm going to paste this and translate it in Spanish. And then I copy, come over here, and paste it into my text editor. And once I have that capitalized, my first letter, I will copy and come back to Canva and add a new text at the bottom. And you could make it as pretty as you like and spend as much time as you like. It's your preference. It's your choice. Center.
Okay, so there's our image there. So I'm going to download that to my desktop. And it won't take long at all. Then I come over to Get Response. That is saved there. And I come over to Get Response. And now I would like to paste in my body. So I am going to Google Translate. And I'm going to grab all of this. Copy. I'm sorry, I say translate? Yeah, Grammarly, and then Google Translate, and then paste that in. Okay, and then once we have that, we copy that. I love my little text editor that now this is just another step that you can, you could do this or you don't have to do it, but I just have always been doing it for years, and I enjoy the way it makes my text look. So then I'll come over to Get Response and I will paste that in there. Okay, now I'm going to look for my image. Go to My Images and upload from URL. I'm sorry, not URL. Upload from my desktop. So I've got that image saved with that girl somewhere right there. Okay. And it should be populating any minute there. Okay, so that's our image. Okay, so now it's time to put in our link. Now you can put a link in the image if you like, just click on it and grab your link that we saved in our notepad and paste that in. Now this product isn't live yet, it's still in the pre-launch stage, so when our subscribers will click on this, they will not go to the sales page until it's live. They'll just see the, so you have to make sure that you send out the reminder telling them it's live and stuff. Okay, so click here to check it out. And you can, again, do whatever you want to put. Click here or whatever. And we'll just highlight that and come here and put in our link. There's our link. Copy. And paste. Okay, so we've got our link in here and our link in there, so that's enough for me. Now I always like to check the spam score and send myself a test message. Okay, so this is 2.1.91, or so the maximum allowed is 5. So they, I've talked with them and they said, oh yeah, it's fine, but I like to do an extra step. Now this may help you guys too. I can't remember who taught me this, but you go to, you go to down here, if you have Get Response. Now if you use an Aweber, I'm not sure how that works, but you go to plain text and this window pops up and you click HTML to plain and it shows you this here page. And when you see this line, something about the formatting inside of your page, when you click wrap long lines and it seems to condense your message a little bit, your spam score changes drastically. So that's a lot smaller. And then if you really want to get technical, you can go through and look up all this stuff and try to figure it out and get it down to 0. So then we'll send a test message to my email, and that is it. So then you just choose your campaign, and I'll choose this campaign, And next step. And no matter what autoresponder you're using, you should have an option to schedule your post. So this one is not live till actually the 29th, so I can schedule this and send it out today. Like I said, there's many tools there to use with that inside of this when we go to our tools. So when you get approved, now not everybody's going to have these tools, so you just have to be creative if they don't have them, and come up with your own verbiage on how to grab stuff from the actual sales page is what, grab some text from here, go through and read, and, grab a couple paragraphs and then talk about it in your own words and stuff like that. You'll have to be a little creative if they don't. But nowadays, to be honest, a lot of them do provide the swipes. Okay, so we're back. So you just schedule it, and we'll just schedule it for the 27th and then done. And that's